The number of Bangladeshi asylum seekers in different countries has increased by 88%, says UNHCR's Global Trends Report 2022 on forced displacement in 2022. The figure covers the number of forced displacement during the year 2022. The report said additional 38,900 persons have sought asylum during the period. However, said the figure is triple in case of Indians. Besides, the figure is 69% in case of Pakistanis. The report attributed major reasons to the conflict in Ukraine and Sudan, which has been displaced millions of people forcibly. According to the report, total number of forced displacement globally stood at 108.4 million, or about 1 crore during the period. Even if not in power, BNP has money to hire lobbyists. Awami League General Secretary Waidul Kader made such comments regarding the letter of 6 American congressmen to the foreign minister. He requested Mirza Fakhrul to apologize for the inaudible speech regarding the election. He made this comment at the Krishak League month-long the tree plantation program at Bangabandhu Avenue on Thursday. He also said Bangladesh has achieved self-sufficiency in food by modernizing agriculture through general research activities of Awami League. Kader also said BNP is inciting abroad in the name of politics. Conspiracies are going on outside of the country recruiting lobbyists. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir has alleged the government is reshuffling the administration ahead of the elections. He said this at the discussion meeting organized at Dhaka Reporters Unity. He said government looked this initiative to hold the next election undecided. Mirza Fakhrul also claimed that the government is trying to establish Bakshal or one-party rule in the country. Bangladesh is likely to become a member of the BRICS in August this year. Foreign Minister A.K. Abdul Momen said this while briefing newsmen about the outcome of the meeting between Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and South African President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa here at the bilateral meeting room of Palace the Nations. He said this BRICS Bank had invited Bangladesh as guest, adding to that in the future it would invite Bangladeshi to join in. Their conference will be held in August in South Africa and the Prime Minister will go there. He said the BRICS now has 5 members: Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. In the future, they will add 8 more countries as the members. They have invited Bangladesh, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates and Indonesia. This will be another area of our financing. It will be good for us as we need money, he added. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has urged the global community to invest in social justice in an effort to build peaceful, just and inclusive societies worldwide. She said this while addressing the plenary of World of Work Summit 2023 at the Palais des Nations in Geneva, Switzerland. She also said the government is working to create 1 crore employment opportunities to build smart Bangladesh as per Vision 2041. The Prime Minister made 5 proposals, including developing the alliance as a constitutive platform. Earlier, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina met Swiss Confederal on President Alain Berset in Geneva. At this time, they signed a memorandum of understanding between Bangladesh and Switzerland to increase knowledge and skills. Also met UN High Commissioner for Refugees Filippo Grandi. Foreign Minister Abdul Momen said the Rohingya issue was discussed in the meeting. 2 Bangladeshi workers died in a fire at a printing press in Malaysia's Selangor port. 4 more Bangladeshis have been burned. This incident happened around 4 a.m. local time on Thursday. Director of Selangor Fire and Rescue Department Wang Muhammad Rajali Wan Ismail said Bangladeshi workers were trapped in that factory while 4 of them were rescued alive. The remaining 2 died on the spot. However, the police have not yet revealed their identity. 4 people are undergoing treatment for burns and the bodies of 2 others have been handed over to the police for further inspection. 3 days of rain and the upstream water from the Meghalaya mountains are increasing the water level of Sunamganj Howrah and rivers. After a long drought, water started rising in the rivers of Sunamganj from Wednesday morning. Various rivers including Shurma, Kushiara, Jadukata are filled. The water level is still rising today as the rains and landslides continues. Dry canals, Beers and Howrahs have come back to life. After a long drought, rains and increased water brought some relief to the Howrah area, but there is a threat of flooding. Directorate of Meteorology said 107 millimeters of rain fell in Sunamganj on Wednesday. More rain is likely, and the Flood Forecasting and Warning Center has predicted that heavy rainfall will continue in Meghalaya in the next 24 hours. Fresh rifts have surfaced between Jatiyo Party Chairman G.M. Kader and the party's chief patron Roshan Ershad as they nominated two separate leaders to contest in the Dhaka 17 by-election. G.M. Kader nominated much-retired Shikhdar Anisur Rahman, while Roshan, also leader of the opposition in parliament, nominated Kazi Mamun to contest in the by-polls. Flanked by leaders not Roshan's factions, Kazi Mamun yesterday submitted his nomination papers before the Dhaka Senior Election Officer MD Munir Hossain at the Election Commission office in Agargaon. Opposition Chief Whip Mashiur Rahman Ranga, Roshan's political secretary Gholam Mohsin, former State Minister Gholam Sarwar Milon and former MP M.A. Gofran, among others, were present at the time. Asked whether Roshan has the jurisdiction to nominate the party's candidate, Gholam Moshi said as the JP patron, she has the power to take every party decision. In the Sylhet city election, Awami League candidate Anwar Chaudhary is campaigning non-stop from the Trinamool to the central leaders. Popular actors were also seen in campaign. They are saying that the Prime Minister has made the qualified candidate for the vote symbol. Awami League is dreaming of winning Sylhet city after a long decade by his hand. Meanwhile, Jatiyo Party candidate Nazrul Islam Babul has raised the tension in the polling field by raising various allegations. New faces are being added every day in uninterrupted campaign of both candidate Anwar Zaman. Meanwhile, the lively presence of popular actor Ferdoz has brought a different flavor to the campaign. Meanwhile, Jatiyo Party Nazrul Islam Babul is comparatively lax in campaigning. However, there are many complaints against the Awami League candidate. Two Rohingyas were detained while supplying arms in Ukia, Cox's Bazar. They were nabbed from Kot Bazar station in Ukia's Rotna Panning on Wednesday evening. According to the police, the operation was conducted based on information that a large consignment of firearms was to be smuggled. At one stage of the search, two Rohingya youths were arrested with two domestically made guns and 50 bullets. The weapons supposed to collect from the Joria Canal and supply them to the terrorist group. Police are investigating whether they are members of any terrorist group based in Rohingya camps. 6 U.S. congresspersons have written to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken to take actions to ensure free and fair elections in Bangladesh. In this letter, they also expressed their concerns, alleging that human rights situation in Bangladesh is deteriorating. The letter to Blinken followed 6 European Union MPs to High Representative of EU calling for steps to hold free and fair election in the country. Clear and repetitive statements and actions by U.S. officials can help ensure that Bangladeshi government complies with its human rights obligations, added the letters. China has said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's remarks against U.S. actions were not just the strong position of the Bangladeshi people, but also the mind of a large part of the international community, especially developing the world. Spokesperson on the Chinese Foreign Ministry Wang Wenbin said on Wednesday while commenting on section on Bangladesh. He said Bangladesh and China have been traditionally friendly neighbors. China firmly supports Bangladesh in safeguarding its sovereignty, independence, and territorial integrity. upholding independent domestic and foreign politics and pursuing a development path that suits its national realities to work together with Bangladesh and other countries to oppose all forms of harmony and power politics. Uphold the UN-centered international system, the international order underpinned by international law and basic norms governing international relations based on the purpose and principles of the UN Charter, and build a community with a shared future for mankind.